What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Thrill Ride Cinematics for another Thrill Ride vlog. Today we are here at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park here in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. This is an awesome park. We came here yesterday and we came here last year. This is an absolutely awesome park. It's located right up top of this mountain. You go up these gondolas that take you up to the mountain. Up there, there's roller coasters, there's rides, nothing crazy, but just the whole setting of this park makes it absolutely fabulous. What do you think of Glenwood Caverns set, before we head off?
1,500 feet up on a cliff edge. It's an unbelievable experience on any of the rides, but just standing there and you get the view of the mountains in the distance and the canyon. Awesome. It's perfect.
Yeah, and you'll see that view up there. We have a partnership with the park today, so we're doing a shoot. We're gonna be getting drone footage, on-ride footage. We're doing mounted POVs. At least that's the plan right now. So we're gonna head up. We're gonna meet the operations manager right about now, actually. It's gonna be an awesome day. Pretty sure we're doing mounted POVs first. I'm also gonna take the drone up, get some footage for you guys. So stay tuned. This is gonna be another long vlog, just like the Great Adventure vlog. As you're watching this, the Six Flags Great Adventure shoot is now out on the channel. I'm gonna link it up in the card. Make sure to go check out that vlog. I put in a lot of work for that vlog. It's super long, but it's great. You're gonna love it. You get to see behind the scenes of how everything works during our shoots here at Thrill Ride Cinematics, and we'll be putting a few bits and pieces of that here in this vlog as well. And then also, we have something going on with Lagoon Park, which we're going to in Utah. We're gonna be doing on-ride filming. We won't be able to do any mounted POVs, but we're doing hand-mounted. Unfortunately, my dad is not going to be part of that part of the trip. As he's going home, he has some stuff he's going to do, but it's going to be Charlie, Matt, and I. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait. Right now, I don't know where. Oh, there's Charlie. Charlie, say what's up to the vlog. Headed up the gondola. Excited, Dad?
Yeah, excited.
Now there's a line pulling up outside the park. The park has not opened yet, but we're going to be heading up now. First ride we're going to be hitting is the Alpine coaster.
Alright, so we can do as much kind of pre-rigging as we can.
Alright.
And then we'll put one sled on the track or two sleds, whichever one.
Yeah. Alright, well, since the park has opened, they are running more rides now, so we have to pre-rig this sled right here.
So if you were curious, just kind of some components that we have on an Alpine coaster sled like this. So it's obviously different than a traditional roller coaster, where it's a patron-directed ride, which means that the rider's in control. So there's a level of responsibility that we expect of the rider, but there's a few additional automatic safety systems we have with it as well. So a couple components I'll go over. The first one is we have a system that we call KISS. which is an intelligent distance control assist system. Okay? And essentially that's how the magnetic brakes work. So we have an eddy current brake fin that runs in the middle of the track. Okay? It interacts with our rear earth magnet down here, and this magnet is actuated up and down. So there's an electric motor in here. Right. So there's an electric motor that actuates this up and down, and essentially how it knows where it's at is it actually counts little magnet sensors. They're about the size of a nickel, and they're mounted on even spaces down the track. I can show you where those are at a little bit later. But these proximity sensors right here count those magnets that are embedded in the track, and we have hundreds of them down the track. And essentially when we pass the first one at the top, the computer on board the sled says, oh, that's magnet number 1. Then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're redundant, right? So each magnet, the 2 different sensors count. So it goes 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And that's how it knows how far down the track it is. And then the computer on board the sled via an antenna is always communicating back to the main computer which magnet it's on. So for example, this sled right here is sled number 30. And then I've got sled number 27. So if we were to put these 2 sleds on the track going downhill, so sled number 30 is going to say, I'm at magnet 342. Okay? And then it knows, the computers on board know how many magnets they need in between each sled, right? To make up either 80 feet of distance when running in dry conditions or 160 feet in wet conditions. So basically, if sled 27, let's say that number, this isn't the exact number, let's say that number is 42 magnets apart, or sorry, 40 magnets apart. And sled 27 gets down to 302, and this one's at 342. Then what happens is the computer will drop the magnet on this one and automatically slow the sled down to maintain distance between the 2 sleds. So a couple other things here, right, for all those roller coaster enthusiasts out there. So we do have an upstop skid. We don't have an upstop wheel, but there's just not a ton of negative forces you're going to experience on an Alpine coaster. So essentially, we have a few different rails on the track. So if you want to come out here, I can kind of show you. I can show you a few things out here on the track. So this pipe right here, this is the gauge we have. It's the same gauge as our brake rail here. You can see that. Okay. So we've got a few different components here. So we have our 2 running rails. This is what the main running wheels ride on. Okay. And then we have our brake rails. So this brake rail also serves as what keeps the sled on the track, as well as what our friction brake with the handbrake, what the calipers actually grab onto. And then as I mentioned earlier, this is that eddy current fin. So this is what that magnet drops down with. So that magnet will drop down on either side of this, right, and create magnetic resistance, creating magnetic eddy currents and slowing the sled down.
All right, we have Alpine all rigged up. We have one thing right here to get a rider cam. So you're gonna see my rider cam on this shortly. And then this here for our front row official POV. So we're now gonna bring this out of the shed and onto the track.
Wait for dispatch. Get out of the way. Okay. Wait for dispatch. I just want to make sure.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thrill Ride Fanatics. Taking a ride on Alpine coaster here at Glenwood Caverns. Here we go, guys. Woo. I love these rides. Whoa. Got Defiance right here. Whoa. Fantastic ride. Right, that was an Alpine coaster here in Glenwood Caverns. Awesome ride. All right, we captured our POVs on Alpine. Matthew, did you ride it?
Oh, I'm gonna ride it.
We didn't get a chance to ride it.
Yeah.
Oh. You didn't ride it either?
No.
Oh man.
Channel 3 for radio.
All right, so as of the 2025 season here at Glenwood Caverns, they got rid of the zip ride. So it's a good thing we got some POVs on it last year, because it is no more, unfortunately. All right, well, I just got a ride on, and Charlie too.
I did.
On Katy Coaster.
My 432nd credit.
Yeah. Pretty amazing ride. Probably best coaster.
You didn't want to make that
Caverns.
Yeah, I just don't know what's wrong with me.
But yeah, we are now headed over to the Giant Canyon Swing. Very well-known ride here at Glenwood Caverns. It's an S&S Screamin' Swing that swings off the side of a cliff.
Unbelievable. What a view you get.
Yeah, it is an incredible ride. I'm super excited to ride it. I just love that thing so much.
1,500 feet down to the Colorado River below.
Yeah, and so it's not common that I have this opinion, but my favorite ride in the park is that ride. I usually my favorite ride in the park is a roller coaster, like, you know, Defiance or something. But no, Giant Canyon Swing offers the experience just so insane. That is easily my favorite ride in the park. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. Here, I would agree.
Yeah. All right, Giant Canyon Swing. About to close off the ride so we can get some POVs. All right, we are all set. Sending this one empty. Then we'll be doing some rider cams. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thrill Ride Cinematics for another Thrill Ride reaction. I'm here with my dad.
Hey.
Taking a ride. Oh, that's freaky. On the Giant Canyon Swing here at Glenwood Caverns.
Yes.
Oh! Oh, that's crazy. Woo!
1,500 feet below to the Colorado River.
Woo! Woo!
Yes.
Oh my God,
Unbelievable
that's
experience.
insane. Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh,
Oh,
my
right
God.
on the cliff edge.
Woo!
And we're coming down.
Ooh. That's an unforgettable ride experience.
That is awesome.
Gotta come out to Glenwood Caverns and check out this ride. It's one of a kind. You can't really find this anywhere else. Unbelievable. Now, let's move over to the other side with Matthew. All right, now on the other side of the Giant Canyon Swing, facing out at the canyon. Get a look at this view. 3, 2, here we go with Matthew. Let's go. Whoa.
I would never do this.
Oh, whoa. Wow. Oh, look at that. Right over the edge. Woo! Yeah! Whoa! Oh, air time. Oh, that's good. Oh! All right, we are now headed over to Defiance Gerstlauer Eurofighter, positioned right on the side of the mountain. You get a great view from the top of it. You ready, Charlie?
Oh, yeah. All right, okay, so this right here is one of our Defiance ride units. Okay. Defiance is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. This is actually a couple of interesting things. These are actually pretty unique ride vehicles. We actually have a one-of-a-kind restraint. It is actually a lap bar restraint, believe it or not. It's a lap bar restraint via an over-the-shoulder harness, because where it actually holds you in is actually down here on top of your thighs, versus on an over-the-shoulder harness where it's actually going to hold you in with your chest here. So this doesn't actually make contact with your chest. This is just a via harness. In the back here, we have two hydraulic solenoids. One is always passive, and then one is the primary during the ride, and they actually alternate. Essentially, that's what keeps the restraint locked. So we have a redundant safety system here. Again, there's two hydraulic solenoids. When power is applied to the ride unit, and we can only apply power to the ride unit in the station. Power is applied and we want it to open. It opens up a valve inside of here that allows hydraulic fluid to flow out of the solenoid, which allows the restraint to actually come open. When we close them, that valve is closed. So we actually turn off the power, and the natural state of that valve is closed. So basically, what that means is without power, the restraint's always going to stay closed.
All right, well, our first train on Defiance is rigged up. We've got suction cup mount at the front bumper to get a super low official POV. And then we have this right here. Just haven't put the cameras on yet, but right here, we're gonna have camera to get a rider cam reaction. And yeah, I mean, this is the maintenance shed. And we have opened the garage door, about to transfer this train onto the ride. Cool behind the scenes look.
Hi, my name is Courtney. I'm with Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. We're here underneath looking at the underside of the Defiance roller coaster car. This is actually technically two cars that are split apart and they're joined in the middle. Underneath the car, as we're looking up, the car moves around through the station on these drive plates. They're kicker tires in the station that spin and they kick the car along. That's why they're called kicker tires. And they're on these drive plates. When the car is coming into the station out on the brake run, it goes through what's called eddy current magnetic brakes. These brake fins pass through and they slow the car down using magnetic force. As the car is coming into the brake run, it'll run through the magnetic eddy current system, and these massive magnets will actually slow the car down as it's coming into the station. When it's at the end of the brake run, if it needs to stop before coming into the station, there are big pinch brakes that'll pinch and hang on to these magnetic fins and hold the car in place if there's a car in front of it in the next block or whatever, so that the cars don't hit each other. These cars have bogies. We have this whole entire frame is called a bogie frame. There are road wheels on top. Then these are the guide wheels on the side that guide it along the track. And then this is the upstop wheel that keeps it when it's going upside down from going off the track. Back here, we have a couple different things. We have a little, they call it an earthing strap because it's German. The earthing strap goes along the track and it makes sure that if there's any static charge built up from the rubber tires on the track, that it will decharge before it gets into the station so that guests don't get shocked when they get off the vehicle. This Defiance roller coaster is a vertical lift hill. So on the back side of the car, we have, if you want to come over here, we have a chain dog and rollback dog system. So when these go up the lift hill, these little silencers will go on the brushes and push it out. But if for whatever reason the car goes backwards, these will rotate up and these rollback dogs will fall into place. There's a chain dog on the bottom of the chain that comes up and cups this dog and pushes it up the lift hill. Jogging backwards?
Sure.
get some footage of Defiance from the air. Alright, I'm currently setting up camera equipment with my Sony camera right here and the tripod. We're about to get an exclusive walk back down this maintenance road. Getting up close with Defiance down there. Getting some awesome, not common to see shots of the coaster. So, let's do it. And we are now behind the scenes, right below the gondola, in between Defiance. We're gonna get to head all the way down there. Get some exclusive shots for you guys. All right, well, we just finished up our cinematics shots here at the park down at Defiance. They came out pretty good. All coming soon to the channel in full length, and of course the sneak peeks here in the vlogs. That's why you watch the vlogs, guys, because it's our full documentation, how our shoots go. So make sure to subscribe to see more of these vlogs, more behind the scenes stuff. Why? All right, well, we just finished up pretty much everything. Got all the drone footage done, got all the mounted POVs done on Cliffhanger, which is actually the highest elevated roller coaster in the world currently. But yeah, it's a pretty cool ride. There's actually some surprising airtime pops. Sorry we didn't do as big of a segment on it, but showed some POV and drone as you saw. But yeah, now we're ending off our day. Rides-wise here at Glenwood Caverns on the Canyon Flyer, which is a swing ride that, you know, spins around. I don't know what those models are called, but that's what we're going to be doing, right, Charlie?
Spinny swings. Oh, yeah.
All right, ending our rides off today on the Canyon Flyer.
Yep.
Here at Glenwood Caverns.
Which really should be called the swing.
Yeah.
But
the swingy swing.
it is quite possibly the most scenic ride
Yeah, I mean, you'll see
in the world.
as we get a little bit higher and a little bit further out. We are just like the Giant Canyon swing, right on the edge of the mountain, which is really, really sick. Let's take a look at this, guys. Incredible.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
It is so cool.
Yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed today's vlog, make sure to subscribe to Thrill Ride Cinematics. We're trying to build our following here on YouTube. And make sure to check out our content on Instagram. As you're seeing this, probably crossed 14,000 followers now. We're doing pretty well. A lot more partnerships, a lot more parks working with us, seeing the content that we create and how we can benefit for their marketing and social media, all that stuff. So big shout out to all the parks that have worked with us.
Yeah,
Great Adventure, Glenwood Caverns, and everything that's come in the future this summer, this fall, and in the many upcoming years, where we build Thrill Ride Cinematics to something that I never thought I'd have a couple years ago. So make sure to subscribe, and as always guys, stay on the thrill side of life.